KKHT wants you to meet three of the classiest guys in real estate.
I am Chris Kelso, the maestro of mortgage.
I am Rob Cook, the godfather of real estate.
And I'm Joe Orsack, the king of credit swing. And together, we're
the Real Estate Rat Pack.
Much like us, real estate right now is smoking hot. So whether it's buying, selling, or owning, you need to check out the Real Estate Rat Pack.
They're here to take your calls and answer your questions.
Just so you know,
live.
every time that intro is playing, we are all doing that in the studio, yes. Joe Orsack, the king of credit swing, and
Rob
together we're
Cook,
the
Real Estate Rat Pack.
Well, I'm not hearing the cheering that we're on.
You know, and we can remake that every time. Absolutely every time.
Don't try this at home, folks. We are professionals.
I feel compelled because I have to. How long has it been since it hasn't been done?
I know.
I feel better now.
You know what?
You feel better now, okay?
Last
It's
week
back to normal.
was the first show. I didn't even think about it until afterwards, but after I was listening back to the show, which I do, we never mentioned that Kim wants a house.
Oh my God, we missed it.
We made it through a whole show without trying to sell me
How
a
is that
house.
possible? Well,
How did
I
you
know
do
it's
that?
kind of today because we're going to be talking about outdoor lifestyles.
We're talking about outdoor lifestyles today. We have two
Which is my
incredible
compromise
guests
item.
in the studio. We have Teresa Kennedy with the Kennedy team. Incredible person. You're going to hear a lot from her today. We also got Brett from Down Under Pools.
Yep.
And, and really good right there. But, one of the things I want to start off with really is what an incredible night last night.
It was awesome.
Amazing.
One of the things that the Real Estate Rat Pack radio show does is we put on an event once a quarter. We bring in all of our guests. We bring in all of our future guests. We bring in friends and family and just generally good people for the Real Estate Rat Pack radio show. And last night it was in honor of Cinco de Mayo. And it was an incredible event. And, I want to do a big shout out to a couple of sponsors that really, really made the event happen for us.
Capital Title
hosted it, and let me tell you, the decoration that they did on that location
Was awesome.
It was absolutely incredible. It looked like you were walking into a bar in Mexico. Of course, if you like Corona, it was a Corona
Bunch of
bar.
CD characters?
Yeah.
Yes.
But it was the tent was set up, the tables were laid out, and I was so impressed they had done so much work prior to us getting there. Now, we showed up with the adult beverages and the food, but they had everything ready to go.
It was beautiful.
And Joe, weren't those writable Corona life-size?
They were absolutely writable life-size Corona bottles. Yes, we have some great photos,
and there are some great photos you can catch on the Real Estate Rat Pack Facebook website. And if not, message us, and we'll send you some specific ones of Joe that are hilarious, by the way.
And despite what it may look like, I was not drinking a lot or anything. It was just normal silliness.
Normal silliness right there.
But Legends Home, they supported us.
Yes.
KB
Home was out there, supporting us, did a great job. They had a lot of their people out there as well. They built some great homes in some good areas.
PHP, People Helping People.
Rodolfo was
Vargas
there.
And his lovely wife, Ceci.
Yes, just incredible.
And that mariachi band.
The mariachi band rocked.
They were
the
awesome.
mariachis were great.
The little kid that was singing.
The little
was
kids
so
were
cute.
jamming.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's one of the few things, you don't get to see mariachis very often here in Houston. And we got to see not only a great mariachi band, but the fact that they have the kid factor in it, and those two little boys who actually play their violins or their fiddles and sing along with it is absolutely incredible.
They're also poised. It was awesome.
We had the dancers. We had
the one young
traditional
girl that sang really had a phenomenal voice.
She's actually tried out for multiple. I guess in Latin America, the equivalent of like American Idol and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Got pretty
Yeah,
far
she
on
had a
those.
really
So
good voice.
incredible. Yes.
So you guys liked my dance segment? Is that
Yes.
what y'all are saying?
Yes, we did.
My flamenco? No, wait,
Yes.
that's Spanish, isn't it?
Well,
Okay, well,
close
what?
enough.
Yeah, there you go.
Close enough. Anyway, it was a tremendous evening, and can look forward to the next event.
Oh, I would absolutely agree. We
But
can't forget One Guard. They were out there
One
in
Guard
full
was
and
out
also
there.
supported us on everything.
All three of our One Guard ladies were out there,
Yes.
helped support us, and it was just a great night. And the people who didn't show up, they really missed something very special.
It was a very, very special
It was
night.
a long way to go. It was on the east
I
side of town.
unfriend you.
Yeah. But we want to thank all of our sponsors. We want to thank everybody who listened, who shows up. We want to let
Not
you
how
guys
it
know
works.
we do this quite often.
Any of this works.
Yes.
I unfriend you. That's so funny, Joe.
Well, we got an awesome show planned today. You know, we're just sitting here jawing here, but and that is a technical term.
And it would start off that way because as the intro was going, we were playing around. She's like, mics are live.
Let's do a couple other shout-outs as
Yes.
Claudia Garcia.
Yes.
Who is the manager out there at the Capitol Titles. She was very instrumental, and also Noemi Nunez. They did a lot of work.
They all the staff
All
out
the
there
staff
did an
out there was
incredible
great.
amount of
Nelly?
work. They did a great job. You know, we had a lot of food, a lot of fajitas. You know, I want to give a shout out to Taco Grill for giving us a really good deal and feeding over 100 and some odd people out there yesterday. It was just an incredible event. You know, and it's part of what we do on this show, which is not only having fun and goofing off, but also bringing people together.
We're really good at that.
Yes,
Having a lot of fun and really
and
goofing
a
off.
lot of goofing off. And again, go to the Facebook page and look at all the goof off photos with Joe. I'm probably in a couple of those right there. But you know, one of those things is it's about bringing people together. It's about having a good time. You know, we want to inform individuals about what's going on in the real estate community and different subject matters, et cetera. But it's also about getting to know, because people do business with people. People enjoy being with other people, and that's what the Real Estate Rat Pack's about.
Absolutely.
Well, you know, we always want to introduce our folks to the sponsors that we have on our show. Are really, really fantastic companies. And we don't say that just because they're sponsors. We say that because we sought them out to be sponsors because they're really great people. They're
Right.
really great organizations. And so, you know, when we have these events and that type of thing and bring the real estate community to those sponsors, we really are. It's an endorsement from us and that we just really enjoy working with those companies.
And you know, one of the things also is, you know, we've had a couple of two-timers in this studio, but we've never had a
I know.
three-timer.
Never had a three-timer.
Never had a three-timer in the
First.
studio.
Huge!
That's my high C.
The
heavens
shy and
parted.
retiring Teresa Kennedy.
Yes. No.
The heavens parted and a ray of sunshine just came down. Y'all missed it.
Well, I guess that makes me an FT. I'm the first timer.
You are. No.
You've officially
it is-
been rat packed now.
Yeah,
so-
right.
I think because I drove all the way from the Woodlands to the event last night, they felt bad for me.
No.
They were like, "Come and be on the
No,
show tomorrow." I was like,
we were worried about having
"Really?"
way too much testosterone in the room. It was going to be four guys, and it was like, no,
Yes.
no.
No, exactly. Well, yeah, we had a good little mixture in here, right? No, it was. Yeah, I love it. I have so much fun with you guys. We just go back and forth and give each other a hard time, so it's all good.
So anyway, for our first timer though, I think we ought to introduce Brett Hatfield, and he is with Down Under Pools, and welcome to the show.
Well, thanks very much. Thanks a lot for having me.
Well, thank you very much, and I love the name Down Under Pools. I mean, where are you from?
You know, I can't run.
Arizona.
From LA, Lower Arkansas.
Yeah, lower part. Yeah. Lower part. Down under LA.
Originally from Perth, Western Australia, but I've been here for 20 years. So.
Oh, wow, okay. Well, you know, one of the things we're talking about today is actually just the outdoor living that we're seeing here in Houston. You know, one of the things that's coming up is a lot of individuals who have homes, who are either buying homes or have a home and want to enhance the area in which they live, are looking at building outdoor areas. You know, and they're looking at building pools, and they're looking at building outdoor kitchen areas and decks. You know, what are you seeing here in Houston? And first of all, let us know a little bit about your company, sort of what what you do, and then we'll talk a little bit about sort of what's going on and what you're seeing as far as trends and styles.
Sure. Basically, what we do, we're a design company that will build. So, like any project, it is about it's about the design. You guys are going to make me laugh.
Teresa got attacked by a microphone.
Yeah.
It did. It attacked me. It's all your fault, Joe, because it heard you say unfriend.
Yes.
But you know what? We got one of the warmest climates, in the country.
Right.
Almost. And so our swimming season is very long. People like to spend a lot of time outdoors. And so design is really crucial when it comes to putting in a pool. You don't just want to go out there and throw a concrete hole in the ground. So there's a lot of aspects to it. We like to get with our clients and filter through, get a bit of an idea of their lifestyle, their design style. Take a look at the features of their home, architectural style of their home. We do a landscape inventory, and then we'll come up with a design that fits not only their lifestyle, their needs, their likes, their dislikes, and usually in some cases, in fact quite a few cases, he likes something other than what she does. So it's our job to communicate with the both of them and find the balance in there.
Gotcha. Okay.
Well, if it's like it is around my house, whatever she likes is coincidentally what I then have to like.
that is correct.
Well, in a lot of cases, that's usually what ends up happening. But
I already know I'm in trouble on this show because, as has been pointed out, pretty much every show in the history of the show, my wife wants a new house, but the compromise item is becoming the pool. She said, if we're not moving anytime soon, I want a pool. So I'm certain she has her pen and pad out, and she's taking notes and everything else for this show.
And you didn't know they sell new homes with pools as well.
I was about to say that.
Yes.
Brett was talking last night at the event that he was working with somebody to put in a pool in a new home that's being built. So it can work both ways.
Yeah.
well, downtown there's a lot of tear downs and rebuilds, and so in given situations in the downtown area, space is really crucial. So in order for us to get equipment to the back of the lot can be very difficult to almost impossible. So we like to work with the builders prior to actually getting started, laying down a foundation so that we can actually go in there, excavate, do all our steel and our stub out and shoot gunite in it, and then leave it until the project or the house has been built to a point where we can come back in and finish.
Of course, it makes a great place to put all the trash and stuff too, isn't it?
Exactly during that time
Frogs,
frame.
tadpoles.
One of the things I've been seeing also, we've been hearing a lot, is something called a cocktail pool, especially in those areas in which you've got limited space, maybe some of the townhomes out there, et cetera. How has that come into play recently in regards to, I've never really heard that term until over the past couple of years when I've been seeing these cocktail pools go in.
So, cocktail pool. We find a lot of those on golf courses because there's not a lot of space in the backyard. So what we can do is we can actually incorporate a spa into the pool. So instead of having a separate vessel, a pool, and then a spa attached to it, there's a lack of room. It's about art, and it's about design. So cocktail pool is about social, entertainment, friends, fun.
That is awesome. Well, and one of the things that we've been seeing is that as individuals, move back into the urban areas, and they're moving back into the downtowns, et cetera, they still want to have a little bit of that feel that they're doing on the outside in the suburbs, right? Mm-hmm. They want to be able to get in and not necessarily maintain a huge pool, be able to have a place they can go, a watering place they can get into, have a place they can get in, a few drinks, get wet, cool down. Being from Australia, you mentioned obviously Houston has a very warm climate in which you can take advantage of pools. How does that compare to, for example, in Australia?
What we find in Australia, it's a drier heat. And I know that sounds kind of obtuse, but
Right.
hot's hot, right?
Right.
So, in fact, there's quite a few of the products that are incorporated into pools that were actually designed in Australia. For example, we use nothing but Pebble Tech and Pebble Sheen, which is the surface that goes on the interior of the pool, was actually designed and trademarked in Australia, and very popular here. Mm-hmm. Some people like to have the bottom of the pool, or the surface of the pool, coloured. We actually don't do coloured plaster. We will only do Pebble Tech, Pebble Sheen, given the fact that it's very, very difficult to get consistency with regular white marble plaster or a coloured plaster. Usually it ends up looking mottled, and it doesn't look very nice at all. Pebble Tech, Pebble Sheen is a registered trademark product, and they have a process that helps to actually blend the colour and make it seem solid, and it has a lot of texture and is far better look and finish and feel.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, those are things I want to talk about and more. But unfortunately, as always, we're coming up against a break right now. But, the great thing is we're just now starting. We have plenty more things to talk about, and we're at the beginning of the show. And we still have Teresa Kennedy, who's going to be talking about outdoor lifestyles and what she's seeing also in the market.
And Brett does more than just pools.
And we're going to be talking a lot about that, all the other stuff that you can put in along with your pool. So, you know what? Until the next segment right here, we'll be right back.
And a whole lot of you. Add a dash of starlight and a dozen roses too. Then let it ride.